Hey, welcome back, guys. All right, Pisceans, let's go ahead and jump on in. Shout out to Yam. So, we're going to take a look at the one that's in love with Pisces. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that this is somebody who's on Pisces' mind, out there in this world. Uh, we all have somebody that we think about, and there's somebody out there right now that thinks about every single one of us as well, even if that love has never been expressed, or it's still there but just not currently being expressed, or it's before it's expressed. So in this storytelling, this fictional story, I was kind of like riffing off of that and saying, all right, let's talk about the person that loves Pisces, whether or not Pisces knows this. We have got that King of Cups, which is somebody who wants, they feel like if they could just like have the the tides bring them into Pisces world, that would be really fabulous. Three of Pentacles, they are ready to interact. They are ready to be with Pisces. They want to be part of Pisces' everyday life. They want to have a barbecue with Pisces. They want to be spending time with Pisces at their nieces or nephews, like christening. They want to go to the family events. They want to participate in the holiday traditions. They want to be a part of, I'm sorry, but this always makes me think of several different types of things. Standing around this tree of life, I think of it as like a christening. I think of it as a barbecue. I think of it as, just different scenarios always pop into my head when I look at this card. But it's the stuff that, life is made up of. We have a Queen of Swords. It feels like they know that they would have to convince Pisces of the truth. The truth being, I want to be here. I want to build this tree of life. Why is it that you feel like you would have to convince Pisces? Like Pisces might be a hard sell with that Queen of Swords. Two of Wands, because once upon a time, they were not showing up as if they were certain. Once upon a time, this character was not looking at the future and saying, I can clearly see what the future is. Once upon a time, in the back of their mind, they were still a little bit like, I don't know. We have a Three of Cups. Maybe they weren't sure that they were even ready to date. Maybe they gave mixed signals. Let me just ask, how did you treat Pisces in the past? 10 of Pentacles, but Knight of Swords sideways. So it was like, I want to have a long-term relationship. I just don't know that I want to do it anytime soon. Okay, so it wasn't even so much like, hey, I want to go out and date a bunch of other people. They may have seemed like that, like a good time Charlie, but or Charlene. But I'm thinking that they more or less were like, oh, I really want to be invested. I'm wondering if Pisces had like either the idea of like inviting this person into their family's world, and maybe they even stepped into the family's world and was like, yeah, that's really great. Maybe someday I'd like to be a part of that. Someday, not right now though. I feel like, because again, the tree of life and this family oriented, there's something here about like maybe there's a cultural thing, or there's, Pisces would have, like if Pisces were willing at one point in time to like love this person, bring this person into their life and be a part of their world and, meet my family. Maybe Pisces is a single parent or something, and it's like, meet my kiddo. I'm wondering if they were like, oh, that's too soon. I don't know that I want to get too integrated. Or if they did show up, but almost as like a weird, polite tourist in Pisces life somehow, like they didn't really stay. We've got the Devil, and that Devil card is very much, about toxicity. It's about, I feel like they came across as indecisive, as game playing, and possibly as unreliable, because we do have two different feminines here. We do have the Three of Cups. We do have the Two of Wands. All of that might have made it so that Pisces was like, I think that this person is maybe attracted to somebody else at the same time. Were you King of Cups? What was your deal? Fool. That could then be them saying I was an absolute fool, or this could be them saying, no, I was just about to take some big jump, into my future, take a big trip. I feel like this is that person who could have been like, well, I might just want to randomly go backpacking in Europe. It's not that I have somebody else I want to go meet, but who knows if I were going to take a big trip, who knows who I would meet, who knows, it's almost like in the myriad of choices that we can make in our lives, they didn't want to, like maybe they weren't ready for marriage because they were still dreaming of this adventure before they would be married. Maybe they met Pisces before they were done with adventuring. That and it's, they may feel pretty foolish now, but maybe this person thought, I'm too young to be married. I need to travel all over. I can't be held in one place. Even if I would want to be with Pisces, I still want to first do these other things that I want to do, which is to travel, take this big, just roam around with travel in light with a knapsack. I keep feeling like this person was just not ready at all. And at this point, they are. Has it been a long time, or is this, not too long ago that Pisces knew them? 5 of Cups, it says they left Pisces possibly crying. This is somebody who could have, they had a chance with Pisces, and I think it took Pisces quite a while. I mean, it was at least a year ago, but possibly up to 5. Ace of Pentacles. The thing is, Pisces is not who they used to be. I don't know who they're going to be. If they're thinking about, like, I want to show Pisces I am so ready now. I'm all dialed in. I wasn't ready before. I still had to go on some adventure, go sailing away. I didn't want to be in a relationship at that point in time, even though Pisces was wonderful. I didn't know, I knew I wanted to be married at some point, but I wasn't ready. And I almost think that they did leave, and all they could think of was Pisces all this time. Now, if they're on their way back in because they're ready for something new, well, here's the thing. Pisces is new too. Pisces is a different version of themselves. Pisces, what's happened in the time that this person has been away? Actually, let's go to this deck. It's a little bit more detailed. Hierophant. Pisces could have changed something about what their belief systems are. Pisces could have been married. Pisces could have stepped into a position of tremendous authority. Page of Cups in the reverse. Pisces may have changed their opinion about, like, oh, I don't want kids anymore. I don't want the family-oriented thing. I actually am dedicating myself to something else. 6 of Cups. Pisces might be saying, I actually love the fact that I'm free. I love the fact that I didn't get married to somebody, or I love the fact that, I didn't end up having kids because I have all these other ways that I dedicated myself to these other things that matter to me. I have all these soulmates. My life is so freaking full. Hang on. Is Pisces not interested in a long-term connection? Or we keep seeing Pisces went through a massive change, but they are not worse for it. They are better for it. Hang on. Pisces dates a lot. Pisces has lots of soulmates, and Pisces may have changed their opinion about who gets access to their heart. Now, this could be a little bit that Pisces has learned. Never give your heart to somebody who's only there as a page. Never bother with that. Instead, there's so many other people that will come in to date you, have a good time dating. I don't really know if I'm dating just for finding the one. Maybe Pisces put their heart on a shelf for this one person for a long time, and it's like, oh, I would never do that again. Somebody has to come and really pursue me. And honestly, there's a lot of people that pursue me. So I date when I feel like it. I'm not really looking for any particular, oh, this is how it has to be. I'm going to set my sights on one person. I'm going to give all my loyalty to one person. I believe now that somebody actually would really, I should be looking around first. I should be checking out what I like, learning what I like through dating others, but also my life has lots of meaning. I have a lot of, I feel like Pisces could do volunteer work, things for kids, to help kids, underprivileged kids, or they could really dedicate themselves to things that make them happy also, bring out their inner child. They're meeting other great people they respect, people they enjoy, other adults who maybe have similar, intentions. Let's do something good for each other, for the world, for the world's children. Let's do good things. And wow, I respect these other adults that I'm working with. We all have the same kind of altruistic vision. And man, there's great people out there. Who knows? Maybe one of my colleagues in this volunteer project where we help kids, maybe one of those adults becomes somebody important to me. I just feel like Pisces' whole world is kind of blossomed. And with that, they're not everything is what I thought it was going to be. Not every person is going to be, there's lots of people I might be interested in that are on have more similar viewpoints in life. I keep feeling like Pisces wants to do good for the world. And I think that this King of Cups from the past was more I want to go explore just for me. And I kind of think Pisces has a bigger, broader world view, and they're meeting other people in different walks of life. We see the Wheel of Fortune. Pisces life, they're landing on green. Pisces is not, they're not sad over this person of the past. If anything, I think Pisces, instead of saying I'm here to find like my lifetime partner, I think Pisces is saying what I actually found is that I have other things that I believe in, doing good for this world, working on projects with other, soulmate, kindred spirits that I meet that also want to do good things for the world. Love is not really my major focus, but sometimes I do, find somebody that I really care about as a colleague or something that volunteers with me or does good works with me. And who knows, maybe one of those people I could see myself with. I just think Pisces has this bigger goal in life to do more things. It's not just about their own personal love and romance. Look, I don't even know that Pisces necessarily looks at love and romance as something that they have time for right now. They may only have time for like casual dating here and there because they're really invested in doing other things. What's so crazy? My, how the tables do turn. Pisces is now the one who might be saying, I'm about to head off to Spain. I'm going to go volunteer on this project, or I'm going to go explore some things in this world. I don't really want to be in a long-term relationship. My life is so rich, so full. I've met all these different cool people. Yes, maybe I'm going to go away on like a whatever week vacation because I met somebody who lives in Spain and they said, hey, why don't you come? I just feel like Pisces is taking, like, their life has taken these very adventurous turns, which is so ironic because that is why this King of Cups of the past wasn't ready to be settling down and be in some long-term relationship yet because they wanted to go off and go on an adventure. Ironically, it's Pisces having the adventures. And it's the King of Cups who wants to like come in and lock it down with Pisces. So the roles have turned. The tables have turned. Pisces, do you want anything to do with this King of Cups anymore? Two of Pentacles sideways. Pisces is kind of like, I haven't really thought about them in a long time. I mean, I cross bridges when I get there. I live my life a little bit more based off of like my beliefs and where my beliefs take me and the people that I wind up, interacting with because of the good works that I do. And, I've set my sights on things that matter to me. And then from there, it sets the ball rolling. And sometimes I meet other individuals and I just, my work or my interests or the things that I care about is how I wind up meeting people. So I don't really know that I'll ever cross paths with that King of Cups of the past again, because honestly, my life is taking me in so many different new directions. You know how it is when we get invested in something and we start like meeting people that have similar investment. You want to work on a good project, do something great in the community for kids. And pretty soon you meet 10 other people, 100 other people that are all part of the same project. Like, yes, let's build a community space that's safe for the kids. And now every day, those people become near and dear to you. Those people that are invested in, building a community park or playground or something, those become the people that you associate with. From there, you build relationships. From there, you get invited to take a mini vacay to their house. You wouldn't have met that person had you not first gotten involved in this project. It feels like that's how Pisces life is going. So they don't really sit around and just focus on this one person of the past. They don't even know if they'll meet that person of the past again. So basically what we're saying is Pisces is so not pursuing them, and Pisces is so not, trying to, hope that they'll get to see that person again. It's just kind of like, oh, I don't know, my life is so full right now. I have no idea if I'd ever encounter them again. Let's go back to them. King of Cups. We see you in a very different energy. They may be trying to attempt to find Pisces only to discover Pisces is gone. Although we can see them wanting to approach Pisces, right? We see them thinking about Pisces. We see them wanting to be a part of Pisces' life. They're recognizing like the old Pisces is gone, or maybe they're even going to Pisces like house or something, and Pisces isn't there. I will say, instead of this being a deterrent for them, they're like, okay, hang on, I got to rev up my quest here. Where is Pisces? I got to go find Pisces. First, they were like passively letting the tides of the sea bring them back. Now they start actively like seeking Pisces. Well, I think that's what they would probably have to do, because look at this. As they say, actively seeking. We literally have them like staring through a magnifying glass. I definitely feel like this person is going to start asking around. They're going to start trying to figure out, where is Pisces? Pisces could be gone. Pisces could be in a different area, have moved. I mean, this feels like this King of Cups was from some time ago. So it, to me, stands to reason that Pisces life would have changed dramatically in the time they've been away. And now they're looking for Pisces. Pisces is not where they left Pisces before. So all I can say is good luck to them, because they've got a lot of questing to do to perhaps locate Pisces and maybe figure out how they're going to interact with Pisces again. But they would probably also have to woo Pisces quite a bit. They'd have to be on the same page as Pisces. All I can say is Pisces has a very adventurous life right now. I don't know that Pisces has any inkling of like, oh, yay, I can't wait to settle down with this person. It kind of looks to me like Pisces has way bigger fish to fry right now. If someone's going to be a part of their relationship world, they'll probably have to fit into whatever Pisces' new lifestyle looks like. So it feels very adventurous. All right, I'm going to leave this here. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up.